While having sex with my wife, she said the name of her ex-boyfriend. He was also her best friend, and he stopped talking to her when we got engaged. Are they talking again? Am I being paranoid? My wife is 32 and I am 33. We have been married for 4 years, and we have a 2-year-old. We dated on and off for 3 years before getting married. Last night, she says her ex's name while we are having sex. She gave some weird excuse as to why. She said it's a common name. It is a very common name, and must have heard it recently. I wasn't going to start a big argument with her at that time. It has since gotten me worried about why she did that. For some background, this was a guy she was with for a couple years before I met her. They met in college and were serious for some time. They had broken up when I met her and decided they were better as friends. They were friends for years before they dated. We started dating, but he remained in the picture. He was her best friend first and foremost, and I grudgingly went along with it for her. Several months pass, and I put my foot down saying it's too uncomfortable for me. There was some resistance, but she steps back from him. Every time we broke up, she was with him. We finally reconciled and got engaged. He apparently didn't know this and stops talking to her. She was devastated, which should have been a red flag. We talked about it, and she was happy to have chosen me. Now, after this has happened, I'm tempted to see if she's gotten back in contact with him again. I know she's checked in on his social media because I saw the searches on the laptop. She doesn't know I know that. I don't think she'd cheat, but this guy was always different for her. Do I just confront her? Do I start going through her phone? Or am I being paranoid? Best comments. OP answer a couple of questions. I think she's double dipping. It sounds very disgusting, but it is also very true. Too late now, but this is the type of girl you walk away from when all these red flags show themselves during the dating stage. Instead, you married her. Well, at least you know who she is thinking of when you are effing her. I would be very curious to know when the last contact was. If she's still searching him on social media, she's probably not over him. I would look into everything. I'm very curious too as to when they last had contact. It's really disappointing to know that's who she's thinking of. I think maybe you need to have a real deal discussion with your wife about this, instead of snooping and being sketchy yourself. That's probably the best course. I get concerned she'll deny, and then cover her tracks if I do that. I think I'd ask her if she's been talking to him again, and then search her phone, email, etc. to confirm what she says. That's an idea if she'd let me do so. She's protective over her phone, so I don't necessarily want to give her a chance to delete everything. Update number 1. 5 days after the first post. Thank you everyone for your help and advice. I did my investigating before talking to her. I went through his social media first, but nothing explicitly saying anything was going on. There were a few mentions of his love in some comments, but that could mean anything. I did look at the phone bill, and there looks to be calls with him pretty regularly. Onto hers, I was able to get on her phone when she was asleep. She must have forgot I knew the code. Nothing in texts and no weird calls. Because of the phone bills, I knew she had some calls to him, so she deleted them. I did find some apps she tried to keep hidden, like Snapchat and Kik. Sure enough, there's their conversations and pictures. I took pictures of all of it on my phone to have as proof. She exploded when we had the conversation and left with our child to her mother's. I contacted a lawyer and I am in the process of a divorce and figuring out custody. I'm heartbroken and am more angry than anything else. I'm angry at her, but I'm also angry at myself for dismissing so many red flags. Edit. The conversations I found were confirming they were having an affair. The pictures were ones they were exchanging, including nudes. Best comments. OP answer a couple of questions. I'm sorry, man. I figured as much. Not to sound like a dick, and not that it would change how you feel, but for clarity I would DNA test the kid. Seeing as I don't know for sure how long this has been going on, I will be getting a paternity test. As much as I don't want to, if this is not my child, I need to know. I'm not familiar with these situations, so I'm wondering, how is it possible for the person leaving the house to leave with the child? Did it just happen and you stood there doing nothing? Or did the child want to leave? Or did your wife threaten you? She's a stay-at-home mom and I work from home some but have to go in the office more lately. Isn't it funny when cheaters get mad at you for snooping when they were cheating? I know you said you found their conversations and photos, but were they explicit? Was it like sexting or just friendly? I'm so sorry you had to go through this. They were explicit and clearly showing me there's an affair. Does her ex have a wife or girlfriend? They deserve to know what's going on too. Also, don't forget to get tested for STD. No, he doesn't. He's been single this whole time to my knowledge. Update number 2, 57 days after the last update. I was married to my wife for about 4 years, and we have a 2-year-old. My wife was cheating on me for quite a while with her best friend. I found out after some digging. Note, the child is mine. We had our blowout almost 2 months ago, and shortly after that she moved in with this guy. I've stood my ground and am not letting our child go there. I thought there'd be more of a huge fight, but I've had our child primarily, and I'm so grateful for it. Nothing is finalized in any way yet, but I am just doing my best day to day. I cry every day in the shower, but having my child helps more than I could ever express. I've been no contact with my wife for many reasons since this all started. People love to update me on her. People that knew us, people that were even just my friends. They see something on social media and think I need to know everything. I've tried to say that I don't need to know. It's been creating more chaos for me emotionally. It makes me angry more than anything. One of those good people screenshots some posts/comments on social media which I can't seem to find myself. Maybe it's been deleted. Anyway, she's pregnant. I hope to God it isn't true, but I got this stupid screenshot of a post he put up with a pregnancy test. What the actual hell? This heartless woman seems to keep stabbing my heart and tearing it into more pieces without any care. I cannot believe I married her. I cannot believe she would be this careless. And why do people keep sending me all these updates? I just want to divorce her and take care of my child. I'm rambling and so pissed I nearly punched a hole in my wall. I needed to vent and say somewhere what an absolute horrible human being she is. Best comments. OP answer a couple of questions. Do the divorce ASAP. Be careful, she might snap back like a devil. Get her while she is in another world. Right now, she is thinking of herself. I would, but there's a mandatory separation period before I can divorce. Are you sure the pregnancy is not yours as you have only been separated 2 months, or have I missed something? From my understanding, it's very new. That might be why it got deleted on social media. I'm not sure. They are giving the impression they know it's his, but I'll have a paternity test done to be sure. Update number 3, 30 days after the last update. Some time has passed, but I'm just as hurt and angry as day one. The day I found that my wife was cheating on me with her best friend. My priority remains to be my 2-year-old child. I initially said he could not be anywhere near my child. I have since had to relent because of my lawyer's direction. When I kicked her out of our home, she went to him. She has since moved in with him. I still have to figure out co-parenting with her. For the record, I have my child most of the time. My soon-to-be ex-wife has been okay with that. It bothers me, but I'm also relieved. Shouldn't she want to be with her child? I don't know if she's too busy with that new life or what, but I'm not going to rock that boat. I've cut out anyone trying to give me play-by-plays of her life. I blocked all her social media and been no contact. I'm still just as hurt. I feel like our relationship was a complete lie. She's already moved on. Does anyone have tips in navigating co-parenting? Best comments. How she is behaving with your child tells you more than you ever wanted to know about your wife. You've had to give ground over whether he can be near your child, but honestly, it doesn't sound as if there is going to be much of that going on. What you have now is valuable time. Your ex is still in a fair fog. She can't currently think straight. She will throw anything and everything under a bus for her AP at the moment. I've been documenting everything, and the plan is to get this divorce and custody pushed through as fast as we can. Luckily, she's been amenable to most everything. She even agreed that how custody has been going is fine with her. It's certainly the affair fog, but I'll take it. She's wanting this divorce done ASAP. Update number 4, 26 days after the last update. Since my ex is in a hurry to have her life with her AP, we are now divorced. I've also gotten primary custody of our child. She didn't fight it at all. She didn't even seem to care. There is a schedule for her to have our child, but I won't hold my breath. I'm happy to be past this stage, but I'm so sad for my child, who is 2. I can only hope I can do enough that they don't recognize their mother ignoring them. I plan to keep her social media blocked. I will admit I peaked recently and it was all her and her AP. It's disgusting. I do hope that falls apart for her. I'm still angry about that part. I need to keep telling myself she isn't my problem anymore. My focus for now is my child and myself. Update number 5, 28 days after the last update. I feel like things have settled more. My child and I have gotten a good routine going. I only text my ex-wife in regards to our child. She allowed me to have primary custody, and even though I reach out to remind her, she's not seen our child. Therapy has been a godsend in helping me navigate it. Imagine my surprise when I receive a text from her over the weekend saying she will be stopping by. I thought, wow, she might actually use this weekend. Now I hate she lives with her AP, but I'm not going to impede my child's time with their mother. She comes and I'm expecting her to pick our child up. No, she's literally stopping by. The reason? She wanted to tell our child in person that she's having a baby and they will have a little brother or sister. I can't help but think she's thinking she's hurting me with this news. Anyways, she says she's busy and has to go. That's it. I was furious but kept it together and let her leave without saying a thing. We went about our day and I doubt I will hear from her much. It only hurts me because of how unfair this is to my child. I'm still waiting for that relationship to implode, which I hope is soon. Best comments. It's only a matter of time, brother. When she gets no reaction from you, it eats her up. Rock on. Thanks, man. I gave her no reaction and don't intend to. She is a narcissistic vampire. She cannot feel good about herself unless she can feed off the misery of others. The solution is to deprive her cravings and show her that you enjoy life without her more than with her. How? I'm sure you heard this, but hit the gym, helps with self-confidence. Expand your social circle, get into new hobbies, and excel in your job. When you shine bright, it will kill her. Thank you. I have started at the gym and finding new hobbies. I've been focusing on my child and myself. That's all I need. Does your ex-mother-in-law know she doesn't visit your child? She knows, but as with a lot of things, she doesn't get involved with the crazy things her daughter does. It's always the excuses. Please tell me you're making her pay child support. Yes, we have that in place. Update number 6, 99 days after the last update. Since that last disaster of a visit from her, she has had zero contact with our child. I am not standing in the way, but she has no interest. It breaks my heart, but my child doesn't need a narcissist in their life. I have resolved to get out and enjoy nature more. I have some camping trips planned with my kid. I got all I needed to take them hiking with me too. We have done some already, and it's been enjoyable. I'm still in the gym and therapy has been a huge help. Thankfully, I can work from home. I don't try to keep up with her much, but I will hear things. She still lives with him, and they are engaged now. Rumor has it that he has been seen at the local bars more often complaining about the stress she's causing. One of my friends is a bartender and has hurt it himself. I am at a point where I don't care, but it feels good. Best comments. OP answer a couple of questions. Well, while you might enjoy the fact that her relationship may be crumbling, it might be better if it lasts a little longer, because she'll probably try to come back to you, and you don't need that in your life right now. Every day apart strengthens your resolve to not have anything to do with her. This is very true. As much as I'd want her life to implode, longer would be better. Ask your friends to stop informing you about anything related to her. It's really not helpful to your healing even if she's spiraling. I have, and I think they get carried away. For the most part, she has been out of sight, out of mind. Update number 7, 217 days after the last update. I've been away from Reddit, mainly to focus on my life with my child. There's no real update on her interest in our child. I have not prevented anything, but she's yet to come around. Last I updated, she was expecting with her AP. I received a DM from her AP. She had their baby. This wasn't the reason for the DM though. He found she's cheating on him. Shocking, I know. This guy has the audacity to turn to me for advice. I haven't responded. I do recognize that his child and mine are half-siblings. I do not want to block anything in that respect. However, I am not interested in helping him out either. Things have been settled in my life. My child is happy, and I've been feeling better than I have in a long time. I do not want to get sucked back into her nonsense. Anyways, I wanted to update I'm well and finding some peace. Best comments. Jesus, the balls on that guy. I thought the same. He was awkwardly asking me for advice. He's clueless on caring for a child on top of discovering she's got a new interest. He's left on read. Update number 8, 207 days after the last update. I know it has been some time since I have posted any update. Life has been busy and still is for me. However, I hope others can read my previous posts and see there can be hope. It has been months since I have had any contact with my ex-wife. I honestly don't know what she's doing or where she is living. She could even be in a different state at this point. I do keep sending the reminders of when it is her turn to spend time with our toddler, but she hasn't responded to any of those in a long time. As for my life, I recently moved to a different city but same state. I wanted somewhere further from her drama. I felt like where I was living had too many men she had been with, to put bluntly. My child has been doing great, and we have been regularly going camping along with zoo trips and other places. I have gone on a few dates, but nothing came of any. I don't think I was looking for anything serious, just to test out dating again. I don't know if I can say I'm past it all, but I can say I have zero feelings towards her. Moving on still feels ongoing for me. Update number 9, 169 days after the last update. Basically, my now ex-wife abandoned our child to live her own life. I took the advice of this sub and filed for abandonment. Things are good in my life. My kid is happy, and it's all that matters. I'm not dating, but I may change my mind on it. My ex has been on a downward spiral since we divorced. She had another child and left them. She's with some other new guy from what I have heard. I also heard she's been using drugs regularly. All in all, I am thankful to be away from her. I still grieve my old life, but I feel hopeful for the future again.